because whatever she's doing is working. Yeah, she's doing a great job.
What jumps out to you when you look at Iowa's film?
It's a team that scores the balls. As obviously, you look at their numbers. They scored as well as anybody that will play all year. They play with great pace, great speed. And Luka Garza, not only is he best, as good as anybody in our league, he's as good as anybody in the country. And he just they play through him. They do a great job getting him rim running, and he seals so well. If you get stuck behind him, there's no way you're getting around him, and if they get it into him, it's going to be a basket. So we need to do a good job, making it a team effort. It can't just be one guy. It's not just going to be Ivan or Kevin's responsibility. It's got to be a full team effort to try to slow him down.
How difficult is it that not only they have Luka, but you got Joe Wieskamp out there you have to worry about in the three? You can't just kind of pack it in.
Yeah. They shoot the heck out of the ball, and Wieskamp's a very versatile player. Starting playing a lot of minutes at the four, but then he can move out and play the perimeter position, and he scores it every which way. He can shoot the three. Obviously, he's a good mid-range shooter, and he can get it coast to coast as a facilitator as well. It's a really good combination inside out with those two guys, but they've got others as well. Obviously, they can shoot it, and again, the pace they play with, they're really committed to getting out and playing fast, and they've done a really good job of that all year long.
The way that Rutgers game went down just from a physicality standpoint, how much has the message been correcting those issues in a short amount of time? Because Luke and you guys come.
Yeah, it's that's been the biggest thing that we've tried to work on since that Rutgers game is being more consistent from a physicality standpoint on the defensive end of the floor. If we don't bring more toughness, more edge, it's going to be a long year. Teams are going to continue to pound it inside on us with a size advantage, with experience advantage on us, and we have to do a much better job of making it difficult. We actually, we were in that game until about 5 minutes left in the first half, and then they go on that big run. You talk a lot about starting the game, ending the half, starting the half, and obviously ending the game well, and we did not end that first half. That's where that game was lost, when they got the lead up to 13. We tried to chip away a little bit, and then they go on another run on us. So, again, those stretches where we're not scoring the ball, we have to do a much better job of getting gritty and finding a way to get stops.
What do you do to build physicality? I mean, do you get out the pads and try and hammer them? Do you give them time to rest? Like how do you try and build that?
Yeah, a lot of it depends. We've had very physical practices since that game. I just felt we had to have them, and we had a good long film session and showed just how easy it was for Rutgers. Not only it wasn't just on the bigs. When they're driving by us and getting straight line drives to the basket, then the big has to step up and help, and then the big 7-footers, dunking the ball. The most offensive rebounded shot is the layup, the missed layup, and they were getting that time and time again by blowing by our guards. So it's got to be, again, a 5-man effort. You have to have good on-the-ball defense. We were not good on the ball the other day. They got by us, which created help, and then we weren't smashing down in the big, and when we did, it was too late. So you got to be all five on the same page on that end of the floor. We were not, did not do a good job of that against Rutgers.
Do you get the same feelings as a coach going against Iowa that you did as a player?
Each game is each game's different. As a player, obviously every game is different than as a coach. It's a lot more fun playing than it is coaching against anybody. So I'm just looking at this. It's a team obviously that scores the ball so well. I'm happy for Fran. He's done a great job building that program up, and he's got it as a consistent winning NCAA tournament program right now. And they were a play away from having a chance to go deep in the tournament last year with that game against Tennessee. So Fran and I came in at the same time at Iowa State and Iowa, and he's done a tremendous job there building the program, and he's got it rolling right now.
Do you take anything from the early days of playing Iowa? When you were at Iowa State playing Iowa, do you take anything from those games? Did you watch them at all?
Not really. I mean, it's so different as far as personnel.
Yeah.
The different players that we had, that we could put in different positions, to go out there and hopefully get us good offensive possessions. We're just, so different as far as the roster and the skill sets of the players from where we had it at Iowa State with those last couple of years where we played. And we always had very good games, very competitive games against Iowa. But, they're doing a lot of the same things. You got to prepare for a lot of different defenses. They do a really good job of changing things up with their press. They're playing, back to a lot of zone. They will play you man-to-man, so you have to be prepared for a lot of things when you're facing Iowa. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.